Live. Good evening. Let me just check. Are we broadcasting na sa loob? So, happy Sunday night, everyone. This is Neil Reichel, one of the coaches ng the Freelance Movement Tribe. If you're going to be watching this in the future, or if you're going to be watching this like the following day, today is October 13. Yes, okay. I would like to introduce myself again. I'm Neil Reichel. Isa po ako sa pinakamabait na coaches sa loob ng tribe. Kumakain ako ng lurkers. Bad trip ako sa madaming cheche bureche. Pero love na love ko yung mga taong hindi natatakot na magkaroon ng errors, who do in spite of, despite of, and even if, yung mga ganon. And coincidentally, one of our featured student for tonight is someone who I deeply admire, as in super admire. And even before pa the tribe was created, I knew this woman has amazing talent. Not only does she have amazing talent, kundi matalino talaga siya. As in, matalino talaga siya. Which for many of us, the members ng tribe, is also the curse ng pagiging matalino. That we overthink, that we overanalyze, that we tend to eventually procrastinate and not do anything about it. Kasi there's so much pride and ego and everything else. Pero, this one naman, this featured student for tonight is, kumbaga, I would say na, yes, she does experience overwhelm at certain times. Pero what she's not aware of, is what I'll be sharing tonight, unveiling kung ano ba yung biggest pasabog talaga dito. And number one, it's not about 100,000 USD, it's not about 20,000 USD, it's way deeper than that. It's rooted in her. So, without further ado, our featured student for tonight is, drum roll please, dan 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 dan. Pwede na ba ako? Is Miss Tan Gladys Serrano Unsay, broadcasting live from Shangri-La. Okay. Wait lang. Parang nawala yung audio, Gladys. Let me see. Hello? Let me check. Wala kang binago settings, na? Okay, wait lang ha. I have to pull you up again and see. Wait lang na. Course staging. Okay, and we'll try it one more time. Bring up Gladys. Okay, yan. Boom.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Okay.
Boom.
Yan. Perfect. We can hear you perfectly. Anong ginagawa mo sa Shang? Anong meron?
And then may family dinner sa mall. Tumuwid ako dito kasi wala lang. Kala ko mas tahimik dito. Maingay din pala. Pero tsaka dadaanan ko yung comforter. May iniwang comforter sa akin si Almon.
Sa Shang?
Ipipick up ko. Almon.
Okay. Sa Shang lang naman. Okay. By the way, if you're wondering, sa packet kasi, bawal ang mukhang mahirap. So, ito lang naman ang buhay namin. Nagmemorienda kami sa Shang. Anong beer iniinom mo ngayon, Gladys? Anong beer yan?
Mahal. Ginto. Hindi, super dry. Pero ginto sa lugar na ito.
Okay. So, yun. Comforter please. Sabi daw, comforter please. So,
shampoo din.
Diretsuhin na natin to, Gladys. For people who don't know, diba? For people who don't know, Gladys is one of the finer writers that I know of, as in across all, not just in the Philippines, kundi in the US. Pero, before I actually met Gladdy, ito yung biggest trivia na alam na ng iba, before I actually met Gladdy as a writer, I met her through one of the things that I hated to do before, which was editing podcasts. And yes, inaamin ko, nag-e-edit ako ng podcast before kasi I had to make ends meet. Pero having to listen to ahas, and okay for 8 hours straight was really killing me. Although it was paying naman for, hindi naman siya paying for our bills, everything, pero it was a significant amount of money per episode and consistent steady income, di ba? Money now. Pero for the love of, parang talagang pagod na talaga ako. Sabi ko, sino kaya ang pwede? Hindi ko lang maalala. Saan tayo nagkakilala na community? Was it a community? Was it through Upwork? Paano ba? Would you still remember?
Ganito. Yung sa group ni Jason Dulay sa Flip.
Yes. Okay.
Nag-post ka. Hindi po podcast agad. Pinag-edit mo ako ng PDF.
Pinag-edit kita ng PDF? Yes.
Yun yung
tungkol
una.
Sa tennis something?
Okay. Oo. Tennis lessons, ganyan.
Okay.
Natuto ako mag-tennis na pero hindi ako naglaro. Choke lang. Ayun.
At ang bilis mong nagawa yung trabaho. As in, ang bilis. Nagul ka ko, wow, bilis ito ah. Okay. Sige, tuloy mo.
May software kasi. Tapos, hindi parang nag-post ka lang na parang I need help editing PDF document. Is there anyone here who can do that? Ganyan. Tapos, so nag-comment ako dun sa post mo na parang I can help you with that. Ganyan. Tapos, sige, PM tayo. Tapos yun na, hinire mo na ako right there and then. Tapos, tinanong mo na ako, dadaan ba natin tong Upwork? Ganyan. So, ako naman go ako kasi during that time, start lang ako, Upwork ko, wala pang laman. Ikaw ang unang client ko sa Upwork. Ikaw. At 5-star review yun.
Okay.
So, editing. So, yun, isang review after that. Tapos, iba pa dun sa parang podcast. Tapos, ang tawag mo sa akin nun, Unicorn VA.
Yes!
Diba?
Yes! Yes! Kasi, sorry ha, kakat kita. Okay. Medyo nawala ka dun sa sinabi mo din sa rating. Ano ulit yung sinabi mo? So, ako yung unang mong kliyente, binigyan kita ng 5-star rating, and then ano sinabi mo? Naputol ka between that and the podcast.
Binigyan mo akong rating. Hindi, tinanong mo ako if gusto kong idaan natin yung working engagement natin sa Upwork. So, pumayag ako kasi that time wala pa akong clients Upwork. Because I was trying to build my portfolio din. So, sige, Upwork natin, ganyan. Tapos, binigyan mo ako ng review after that for the PDF. Tapos, after that, parang i-ask niya parang may isa ka pang task, pero iba naman, podcast editing naman. So, umuha din ako doon kasi kaya ko din naman yung gawin. So, sige, tara, edit ko yan for you. So, ayun, so panibagong, you left me another review for that. So, 5-star din. So, dalawa agad na 5-star na, from the same client. Ikaw, first client.
Actually, ang maganda dito, sa totoo lang ha, now that I think of it, editing a PDF is sobrang dali lang pala. Okay. Pero I didn't know before. And ang dito is, I needed the help right away, as in ASAP. So see, there was an exchange of value right away from the very start. And ako, I didn't know si Sir pa noon at that time, si Sir JTL. All I knew was that, kailangan ko ng pera. Kaya anything, isipin mo naman, from a PDF, I was doing copywriting for this client A, si Jeff, to editing podcasts, client B, na si Allison. Parang, imagine nyo, to nowadays, people knowing me as a performance coach and with chatbots, di ba? Kaya yung sa mga tao dyan sa loob ngayon, na nanonood, na litong-lito pa rin, si Gladdy, nag-edit ng PDF. Si Gladdy, sumunod, nag-edit ng podcast. May software ka na ba na ginagamit?
Meron na. Kasi
Okay,
before ako nag-edit ng podcast for you, meron ako din podcast editing din for another client naman. So,
Okay.
nag-install na ako ng software.
Anong software gamit mo?
Audacity lang. Libre lang yun.
Libre, di ba? Libre. Kasi syempre magtatanong niya, anong software po ginamit? Baka naman magandang software kaya na-edit agad. Tanong ko, passionate ka ba sa podcast editing nung panahon na yun?
Inaral ko nga lang yun from scratch kasi ano ba, hindi ko alam, before I got that client. Kasi yung client ko before you, yung sinasabi ko na pinag-edit ko ng podcasts before. Ang una naming work together is video editing, which is yun yung alam ko before entering freelancing. Tapos parang siningit din niya na parang may podcast ako, parang gano'n. Pero yung for that particular sabi ko, mukhang kaya ko naman, kaya baka kailangan ko ng guidance. Parang ganun. I was transparent na I haven't done much podcast editing, pero game naman akong itry. So ang ginawa niya, binigyan niya ako ng step-by-step instruction using that particular software. So parang tinuruan niya ako how to do it. So inaral ko lang din siya from scratch. Sinunod ko lang yung step-by-step. Yun din yung ginawa ko for you. So that time na sa kanyang podcast, alam ko na siya gawin. Yung mga arms, ganun.
Okay. Ngayon ang tanong ko, Gladys, di ba? You're known as one of the better writers, if not one of the best writers sa loob ng tribe. Di ba? How did that happen?
Okay. Actually, ikaw yung first Upwork client ko, pero hindi ikaw yung first freelancing client ko. Ang first, pinakauna kong freelancing client, nandito din sa tribe, si Mamu.
Okay.
Okay, so ganito, before, so ganito kasi, so December 2016, nag-end yung contract ko with my office work before, which is with an international NGO. So after that, I decided na I'll make freelancing work. So, na-try ko mag-work online. Talagang pag-aaralan ko siya ganyan. So, a few months after that, nag-apply nga ako a few months. Tapos nag-take ako ng course ni Jason, yung VA bootcamp. After that, so after I took that course, so na-introduce ako dun sa community niya. So, nasa Facebook group na niya ako. Tapos nakakatanggap na rin ako ng emails from him. Nakikita ko si Mamu na feature ni Jason na parang 50-something-year-old Lola, ganyan. Grandma freelancer, ganyan.
Akala ko 28 lang si Mamu.
Oh my God,
28 lang. Actually, image niya lang yun. Kunyari lang 50 plus siya. Pero totoo, 28 lang si Mamu. Yun yung totoo. Okay?
Okay. So yun, so nakita ko siya na feature siya. So mangha-mangha naman ako sa kanya na parang wow, galing niya. Tapos one time, around April 2017 na, nag-post siya sa group din ni Jason looking for a VA. Tapos, I message, sabi ko, if I really want to learn how to make freelancing work, magandang chance yun to work for someone na matagal lang freelance, ma-mentor din ako at the same time. So, nag-apply ako, nag-email ako sa kanyang application. Tapos, yung position that, yung VA na kailangan niya was someone who can help her with her social media accounts, yung Facebook posting, ganyan. Tapos, pinagawa niya ako ng meme. Hindi ako mag-graphics, wala akong art sa katawan. So, hindi po masa yung meme ko kayo, ma'am. Hindi po masa. So, sabi ko, naku, hindi niya ako maging VA. Kaya wala. Ayan. Tapos, so, hindi nga po masa yung meme ko. Tapos, after that, sabi niya sa akin, pero mukhang nung binasa daw niya yung email application ko, mukhang okay daw ako mag-submit. Yun na yun. So, parang sabi niya, I'd like to try you as a writer. So, pinag-test niya ako panibago. Parang write me 200 ba? 300 word long something vertical write up about a topic, a certain topic, submitted to me by this date. So, yun, nag-submit ako. Tapos makakuha naman sa kanya kasi may mga sumunod pa siyang binigay after that. So, doon na nag-start. Si Mamu actually, yung nag-identify na kaya kong maging writer. Kasi entering into freelancing, I never really considered doing writing as a job, writing for a living. Kasi I had this notion for the longest time na even nung nag-aaral ako na hindi ako magaling magsulat. Kaya kahit yung nag-a-apply ka ng merong anything communication dun sa role, writing, ganyan, ay hindi para sa akin. Iwasan ko siya, parang gano'n. Kasi yung buo sa utak ko na, hindi ako magaling magsulat hindi parang, wala, papalala lang ako dyan. So, iniiwasan ko. Pero that time, when Mamu offered, tara, let's try. Try lang natin. Magsulat ka for me. Game na game ako. Kasi, I have nothing to lose. Na parang, ipa-start pa lang ako tapos tuturuan naman niya ako. Parang writer din siya. Mama-mentor niya ako at the same time. So, why not, diba? Parang, what is there to lose? So, sige po, try natin, ganyan. Tapos nung una pang, naalala ko yung first full article that I submitted, ang feedback niya sa akin agad, may hit daw ng plagiarism. Tapos nagulat ako, sabi ko, Mom, hindi ako ng plagiarize, ba't may hit, ganyan. Tapos tinuro niya sa akin, mayroon daw siyang ginamit na online. So, hindi wala naman talaga akong gano'n. So, lang na may mga similarities. Yung mga ganun ako sa umpisa, I didn't really start na parang, uy, galing agad. Yung mga, madami rin kaming pinagdaanan ni Mamu together. Mga ganun.
Pero tingnan mo ha, sabi mo kanina, iniiwasan mo or you'd never consider yourself as a writer, di ba? Pero, would you agree with me na sometimes it only takes someone to tell you, to validate, na, uy, mukhang pwede kang magsulat. Kasi, yung email mo, yung outside or third-party validation, kung tawagin, now when you hear that, that's the time na you say, sige nga, try nga natin. Pero if it's just you on your own, that's, sige nga, maging writer nga ako. Ang dami talagang sasabihin ng utak mo na hindi ka magaling. Ano ka ba? For the longest time nga, ayaw mo nga magsulat. Tipong ganon. Pero yun, isang sabi lang. Di ba? And if we can also compare it, diba, for those who have parents, you tell your mom na, Ma, ito dapat inumin mong gamot, ito dapat inumin mong gamot, ito dapat inumin mong gamot. Huwag ka na dapat kumain ng 2 cups of rice. Paulit-ulit. Diba? Pero hindi siya nakikinig. And then, sumimba siya, tapos narinig niya yung kasister niya, tapos sabihin ng kasister niya, na, uy, sister, dapat ganito pala, kasi tingnan mo ako, laki na ng pinayat ko. Narinig niya sa iba, pakikinggan niya in an instant, hindi naman niya nga ganun kakilala, yung tao na yun. Diba? So, third-party validation works as in sobrang galing talaga. And which leads me to this, attending your accountability calls, which Glady is one of the biggest promoters of, as in talagang yung consistency when it comes to the accountability calls. I'm not saying it's perfect, pero nakikita niya yung halaga ng accountability calls. And that's when you can get a lot of third-party validation na, uy, pwede okay pala yung sinabi mo. Diba? Pero ito yung pinaka na natin. Diretsuhin na natin yung meat dito ha. The number one reason why Glady is here, okay, it's not because of the big bucks. Okay? It's not because of the big bucks. Do you mind if I ask you, Glady, how much do you make consistently na month-on-month?
Monthly?
Yes.
Sa ngayon, mga nasa 4,000.
4,000 USD.
Kasi may bagong pumasok. Counting yung bagong pumasok. Abot na sa ganun. Around that time.
Okay. And how much were you making the first time that started writing?
Writing alone?
Yes, writing alone.
ko na maalala, wait. Mga less than $100 a month.
Okay. And why am I asking this? The reason why I'm asking this is that you always start from a small step. Diba? There are anomalies out there. As in, there are, yes, anomalies. Parang si Senri. Anomaly. Diba? Pero, for others, and if you want to take the, kumbaga, if you're just gambling lang ha, and yung odds of your wins, I would rather bank on the small, quick wins. And yun yan. And tingnan mo, 2016 ba yun nung nag-umpisa ka, Gladys?
2017.
2017. Okay? How much were you making nung corporate mo sa NGO?
I left mga around 60. 60 a month.
And now, dahil sa may bagong pumasok, 4K USD. Diba? So tanggalin na natin yung bagong pumasok. Nega talaga ako eh. As in, sobrang bitter talaga ako. Wala yung bagong pumasok. Magkano yung consistent kinikita mo?
Mga around 2 plus, gano'n.
2,000 USD. Tama? See? The biggest success story talaga dito is not the big bucks, pero it's about Gladys' consistency. As in, sabi ko nga sa kanya before this interview, sabi niya, wala naman kasi ako masishare na sobrang malaking win. Those were her exact words. Sabi ko, hindi, may share mo lang. Yung para sa akin, ang success story talaga, and keep and even grow that consistency despite ilan taon yung anak mo?
4 na.
4 na siya. So ibig sabihin bago ka pa mag-freelance may anak ka na.
Yes.
Bukod ba kayo ng bahay kasama mo in-laws mo, parents mo?
Bukod.
As in kayo lang may kasama kayo sa bahay? Wala?
Kami lang.
Okay. Tabi-tabi po. Pasintabi na po, ha? Pasintabi na po sa nanonood ng mga mommies or daddies. Okay? Gladys, ba't mo nagagawa?
Ang alin?
Ang magkaroon ng stable freelancing business even if may anak kang maliit. And by the way, ang asawa ni Gladys is not at home all the time. Ang asawa ni Gladys just happens to be a doctor lang naman. And not just any kind of doctor, but a specialist talaga. Diba? Orthopedic siya. Tama?
Yes.
And kung hindi ako nagkakamali, kailan niya lang tinapos yung training niya?
Mga 2 years ago.
2 years ago. And then after, full...
After, hindi agad full kasi na-observe ko talaga yung hirap niya mag-build ng practice kasi syempre at first wala pa siyang sariling clinic, hindi pa siya affiliated with any hospital. So, din siya, parang employee din when he started out. Parang he was looking for opportunities, nag-work siya with a private clinic pa noon, na parang more on physical therapy siya, yung ortho doctor, parang gano'n. May mga ganun din siyang pinagdaanan sa doctor. Which is sobrang in contrast with what most people think na porket doctor ka, big time ka kagad once you finish everything, graduate ka and all that. May title ka nun. Hirap pa din. There was actually a time na I was earning more than him. Parang ganun. Tapos tapos I decided to pursue freelance. Tapos nagkaroon din talaga ng time na yung back pay ko yung sustain sa amin when I started. Kasi wala talagang halos pumapasok, parang ganang hirap. So yun, so parang we both struggled. Pero yun, parang opportunities came for him din naman eventually. So, tapos nagkaroon pa ng time na he took a fellowship outside the country for 6 months. I think nasabi ko to sa'yo before. Nagpaalam pa ako sa'yo, baka for some time mag-leave ako as triplet leave kasi medyo nahihirapan ako. Pero there was a time na 6 months kami lang sa bahay ng anak ko. Tapos talagang pinagsasabi, juggle ko yung mga trabaho and alaga. All.
So, paano mo nagagawa nga, Gladdy?
Nung una, parang wala akong system nung una, na parang dinadaan ko sa puyat lahat, parang ganun. Kasi nakakabawi talaga ako ng trabaho, ng gawain sa bahay and all that. Pag tulog yung anak ko, parang ganun. Or pag halimbawa, naiiwan ko sa in-laws. Or yun, pag kinukuha ng husband. Pero as time went by, may nabuo ako somehow system. Tapos yung anak ko rin, somehow naturuan ko mag-develop din ng routine for herself na parang pinapractice ko siya na parang pagising, kakain tayo breakfast, tapos kumain, maglalaro, tapos basta ganun, parang kino-condition ko siya na after this activity, ito yung gagawin mo. After mo kumain, magnanap ka sa hapon. Ganun. So, mako-condition ka na, kailangan kong matulog. By this time, dapat natutulog na ako. So, nagiging somehow regular yung schedule ng activities. Medyo nakapag-schedule ako ng work around that routine. So, parang ganun. So, natutunan naman yung event.
Very safe yung sagot ni Gladdy. Parang ayaw niyang maka-offend knowing Gladdy. Pero ako, honestly, the way I see it is this, Gladdy. If you can correct me if I'm wrong, the way I see it is simply this. At the very start, there won't be any system. Okay? At the very start. For most of us, there won't be a system. There would be a lot of sleepless nights. There would be a lot of times na parang sabaw talaga, bangag talaga, na tipong, and also a lot of overwhelm na parang, di ba? Well, in my case, sa minsan nag-aalaga ako ng bata. Pero, yun nga, if you do continuous and consistent improvements along the way, unti-unti, nagkakaroon ka nga ng system. Unti-unti, nagkakaroon ka nga ng routine. Diba? Unlike you embrace na, okay, mukhang ganito na ako lagi, puyat na ako lagi, na laging isisingit ko na lang yung trabaho, then walang progress talagang mangyayari sa freelancing business ko. Which brings me to this. What do you do when you get overwhelmed? I mean, I'm sure it happens to you. Diba? And example would be slumps. And it's a lot easier for you to say na, okay, magpo-full-time mom ako. Hindi lang I would focus on becoming a full-time. I would forget freelancing kasi I have a husband naman who is a doctor. Who can support us naman. So, I mean, how do you get out of those slumps? Overwhelmed?
Yung, balikan ko lang yung sinabi mo about 100% relying on my husband kasi doctor naman. Never ko yun pinangarap. I mean, yun yung actually iniiwasan ko, knowing na I'll be marrying a doctor. Yung mabansagan na, wife ni ganyan. Wife lang siya ni ganyan. Wala siyang ginagawa. Parang ganun. I want to be productive I want to do my own thing. Hindi lang yung sobrang nakaasa. And I'm really thankful na yung husband ko naman is 100% supportive with what I want to do. Na parang, when I told him na mag-work from home na lang ako ganun, nung walang tanong-tanong, sige, parang, ano siya, parang, nag-usap lang kami about my plans, anong gagawin mo, ganyan. Bumili pa kami ng bagong laptop during that time kasi kailangan, yun nga, parang, hindi niya kailangan may bagong laptop, yun, sarili nila. So, ganun siya ka-supportive. And, ako din naman, I'm really striving to have my own career alongside with him to support din naman our family para din masabi ko na isn't contributing. Not that I'm saying na being as a housewife, staying at home without without doing a job isn't contributing. It is. Pero ako lang in my personal decision ko to also do something for my own. Parang gano'n. Yung sa overwhelm when it comes to, halimbawa, work, gano'n, madami.
Yes, work, or halimbawa, you lose a client, diba? Or kumita ka na ng maganda and then biglang all of a sudden, nagkaroon ng changes with the client na, okay, we are going to do something different. We will be looking at hiring you probably next time, but not again now. Yung tipong ganon. Or just simply getting a proposal rejected. What do you do?
Actually, nagkaroon ako ng time na na zero client ako. As in, parang, kasi some of the clients I work with, hindi naman talaga regular yung working engagement namin together. Kung meron lang work, saka contact, parang ganun. So, nagkaroon ng time na, teka, wala na akong gagawin, ganyan. Tapos, during that time, parang nananadya pa na kung kailan wala talaga ako, zero talaga ako. Yung mga ina-applyan ko, puro rejected pa, parang ganun. Diba to? Pero kapag meron naman, take chances. Minsan na-assert ako na parang, ano ba to? Ba't parang nanalo siya? Pero I'd be honest, when it comes to overwhelm, kapag ganon, sobrang lowest of the low talaga. May times na I don't handle it well. I've been talking to some people, siguro alam na nung iba sa tribe na, yun nga, may tendency ako to isolate myself kapag na-overwhelm ako, kapag parang sagana ako sa iniisip, pinoproblema. I detach myself from the situation instead na addressing it. Kasi may mga tao na mas diba? Parang they address the situation head on. Na ano bang kailangan gawin? They think of solutions right now. Ako parang, teka lang, overwhelmed na ako. Detach muna. Pahinga. Parang clear. I try to clear my mind. Tapos, minsan, parang I allow myself to feel down. Na parang magwawalo ko na parang bakit. Pero, parang siguro that will take, before nung kakastart ko pa lang, medyo matagal nung ganong period na pagwawalo. Self-pity and all that. Pero as time went on, na parang medyo nakita ko naman na yung cycle, na parang hindi ka naman magsi-stay dyan palagi. Meron at merong dadating. Basta kailangan mo lang mag-move. Kailangan mo lang to pursue other opportunities then. So you should be open to opportunities. So you don't have to stay there dun sa low point mo. Pero what I do is I acknowledge it. Binibigyan ko yung time ko na malungkot. Pero bangon din agad ka. Try pa rin eh. Try lang talaga. Wala namang ibang shortcut to doing it. To overcoming yung mga ganong slumps.
At saka tama yung sinabi mo talaga, Gladys, na the wallowing part is just normal. Okay? That yung pinaka-difference lang talaga is how long do you actually wallow? Diba? Do you let it eat yourself? Do you let it eat you? Or will you, sige, parang lang yan. Sige, magmukmuk muna ako ng 2 araw. Ice cream muna ako. Hindi muna ako mag-connect. Diba? Breather, kumbaga. Diba? Pero after nito, lagay ako ng deadline. And then, sa pangatlong araw, even if I don't feel good, even if bad trip pa rin ako, attend ako ng AC. Magpapakita pa rin ako sa tribe. Sasagot ako sa mga GC. Tipong ganon. And ito yung part na sobrang proud ako sa'yo, Gladly. Kasi the Pocket Tribe wouldn't be in its position without you. Ano talaga? What made you talaga rise up to the challenge na parang ganito siya ha? I have no guilt or shame in admitting it. You're my favorite among all the tribe leaders. As in, kasi sobra talaga. As in, over-deliver talaga. Now, my biggest fear is someone will try to steal you, pay you, and bribe you. Pero, ano bang napapala mo? Ano yung selfish reason mo for doing this?
Selfish reason, ano ba, parang nasabi ko na yata before na, na-enjoy ko siya eh. Parang, ano ba, I find fulfillment in helping other members grow as freelancers then the way when I was still starting. So halimbawa, yung mga kung may mga pinagdadaanan yung members namin na napagdaanan ko lang before. So sobrang willing akong i-share yung mga pinagdaanan ko rin before naman. Ganito yung ginawa ko when I encounter that, baka makatulong sa'yo. Ano kasi, siguro I would like to say na parang nature ko na siya even before. I'm that kind of person who doesn't like to blend in the background, na parang sunod lang ng sunod. I want to make an impact palagi wherever I am. Tapos hindi naman sa seeking the spotlight, pero it's more of being in that position to make that impact, to help other people better themselves siguro, in kahit naman not in grandiose ways, pero even little things na yung mga simpleng usap sa chat. I really appreciate when people talk to me and approach ako na parang that they trust me. They trust me enough na magko-confide sila sa akin na, Vlad, kasi yung client ko ganito, baka may pwede kang matulong, ganyan. I really appreciate, number one, yung trust. Hindi ko naman ine-expect na 100% matutulungan ko sila. I'll be giving them the right answers all the time. Pero the fact na yung may mga ganong lumalapit at nag-voice out na nagsa-step up sila na I need help eh. And ako yung nilalapitan nila for it. Sobrang laking bagay sa akin.
Yes.
To be in that position, to be able to help. Parang ganon. So kahit hindi ko naman kayang tulungan na parang, ay sorry kasi never ko pa yan naranasan, parang ganon. Baka pwedeng, baka si ganyan matulungan ka. So nag-refer din ako ng mga honest naman ako pag hindi ko talaga alam paano sila tulungan. Pero just being in that position na yun, na people see me as that person they can turn to, they can ask questions to, parang. So I really enjoy that, being that person.
I would totally agree. And ako, as in, one of the biggest witnesses ako of you doing that. Now, I would assume na this has also an effect dun sa current clients mo and with your current business right now, di ba? So, writing pa rin naman ang skill mo eh. Tama ba? Yun pa rin naman ang pinoprovide mo. What is it specifically about writing? So, when I introduce you to someone, how would you want to be best introduced?
I want to be introduced as someone who can help businesses strategize yung content nila to be able to generate them better results when it comes to really targeting the audience that they want for their business. Kasi talking to my prospects, madami pa rin hindi walang ganong alignment. So marami pa rin producing content just for the sake of producing content. So I want to be that person who is known for producing content, strategizing how to produce content, that delivers results. That makes significant impact sa business in terms of yung bottom line, revenues, and generating leads.
And right now, is that the number one reason why you're being hired by your clients?
I think so.
Okay. And you mentioned earlier na right now, ang business mo ngayon is at 4K USD na a month. Okay. Can you please tell me more about itong specific client na to, the most recent one? Sino to? What do you do for him? What industry?
Actually, ano to,
I'm out.
returning.
Hindi
sorry.
naman to podcast editing, ano?
Hindi. Although, yung video editing and for video editing na nagpapa-podcast editing din before. Once in a while bumabalik. So parang minsan bigla nila mag-email na may time ko ba mag-edit ng videos? Ito, edit mo to mga 10 videos sabay-sabay parang. Sige, go. Kahit na na din nakapag-negotiate na ako ng higher rate sa kanya from $5 per hour, naging $5 per video, naging $10. Ngayon yata 20 na. 20 na yung na-charge per video na parang 3 minutes lang for their YouTube channel. But anyway, yun. Pero mostly writing pa rin. Content. Sorry. Recent client. Returning client that I've handled content marketing. Tapos, for some reason, parang sabi nila, tigil muna natin yung ginagawa mong content for us kasi parang nagbabago ng priorities ng company. Parang ganun. Pero ang understanding ko doon is parang sila ng budget, strategize silang budget, hindi nila masyadong priority yung content. Parang yun yung basa ko dun sa situation. Hindi lang nila sinabi sa akin in that. Pero sige, parang, yes, I understand, gano'n ako. So parang medyo matagal din kami hindi nag-work together until this year, around June, nag-reach out siya sa akin. Kasi top of mind pa rin niya ako sa content. Pero this time around, may dinevelop siyang software, SaaS product. Nag-develop siya ng sariling SaaS product. Tapos, gusto niya ako yung magsulat ng website copy for their new na ila-launch na SaaS. So, ako naman, game lang ako. Parang, go, I can, let's see what we need para busy kami. Pero sa loob-loob ko, never pa akong nag-website copy. Sa totoo lang, puro talaga, puro content, ganyan. Blog, emails, social media, mostly those platforms. So, ngayon lang ako mag-website copy. So, sige tara, I can work with you with this. Alam ko na kailangan ko siyang aralin from scratch, yung the process of writing website copy. So, best friend kami ni Google during that time. Tapos, itong client ko, sige, website copy, ito kailangan namin ganyan. Sige. Ang ginawa ko, since wala nga akong idea how to even present a website copywriting offer, I literally copied yung isang website that I know, this one copywriter / content strategist din. Kinopya ko kasi dinescribe niya sa website niya nung process niya. Na parang, this is how I work with my clients. I send them a questionnaire, ganyan. Yun yung sinasend ko sa kanya. As in, kina-copy-paste ko lang. So, what I will do is, I will ganto. Ganyan siya. Tapos, meron ding rate na nakalagay doon. So, meron na akong benchmark in my head na parang, so, ganito yung price range na sinisingon for this. So, yan, ganun ko pinapresent yung parang feel niya naman, nagawa ko na siya before. So, sige, chat lang kami. Tapos, tatanungan na kami ng budget for that. So, sabi niya sa akin, so magkano yung i-charge mo for this? Tinatanong ko siya, ikaw, what budget do you have for this particular project? So, yung batuan, ako talaga yung gusto niya magsabi. Sige, parang, I usually charge ganito. Kinuha ko yung pinakamataas na price doon sa website na nakita ko. Pero dahil client na kita, eto na lang yung i-charge ko. So, medyo binawasan. Tapos umoo siya sa chat. First time kong naka-close sa chat ng deal. Pero that time medyo ano pa ako, ano pa ako, proud na proud ako sa sarili ko kahit client ko na siya before. Kasi sa chat, hindi na ako nag-proposal and all. So sige, go na kami after that. So natapos ko naman ng matiwasay yung project. Na happy naman siya with the website copy. And after that, ibabalik na niya yung content marketing job that I used to do for him. For his yung isang company that I used to do content for. And this time around, I was able to negotiate a higher rate na more than mga 3 times siguro. 3 times higher than what I used to.
Okay. Paano mo nagawa yun?
Kasi before, siya kasi yung first client na close ko for content marketing. Ever since kasi, puro ko content writing lang, content writing. Sige, magsusulat ako ng blog article for you. Siya yung first client na tinry kong i-close for content marketing. Actually, yung post, sa Upwork ko pa siya nakuha before. Yung job post niya was, naghahanap siya ng magsusulat ng blog articles for him at $20 per article. Parang ganun yata. Pero na-close ko siya for $900 per month. Kasi pinackage ko yung offer ko na content marketing na. Sabi ko, sige, I know that you need content for your blog. Sabi nyo, gusto nyo ng visibility and all that. Pero what I will do for you is, I won't just write blogs for you. I will also do this. I will also do this. And after all that, I will also do this. So parang package na siya. It's a marketing package na, hindi na lang writing. So he saw the value in that. Na he was really willing to he agreed to the $900 per month rate by that time. So this time around, nataasan ko siya kasi yung goals niya, kasi nagawa ko na yun before eh. Ngayon, mas hinaluan ko ng strategy na parang sabi ko, so nag-strategize kami, nag-busy kami ulit, kasi sabi ko, hindi ko i-assume na yung strategy natin before, yun pa rin yung ginagawa natin. So nag-busy kami panibago, and with the needs that they have right now, parang I was able to present a strategy that they found really helpful, na mas targeted talaga. Kasi dinagdagan ko na ng parang may mga prospecting on the side. Meron ganun. Hindi lang talaga pure content. Heavy na din kung parang direct contact outreach with potential leads din. May mga ganun na akong in-offer, which is I'm willing to do for him naman kasi malaking missing, parang gap din kasi dun sa kanila yun at the moment. So yun, parang yun, I was able to present more value this time. So yun, so siguro parang high din siya with the recent project we did together na parang, uy, okay itong ginawa ni Glad. Tapos here I am, parang presenting another proposal na parang, tara, let's try this, ganyan. So parang, mas hype din siya tuloy na parang, sige, let's go for this. So yun, siguro nakalimutan na lang din niya yung rate natin. Pero yun, I was able to.
Actually, okay. If you notice, I was typing. Okay, so a few key points lang ha. Especially for those people who are watching. There are a lot of lessons dun sa flurry na yon ni Gladdy. Pero, okay, hindi ito in order. Pero, if you follow Jay Abraham, he's one of the best marketers in the world. Okay, as in one of the best marketers in the world. He talks about this all the time, that your old clients are one of the fastest people to convert into repeat sales. Okay, and one of the fastest ways to get them again as a client is to provide value. Gaps that they don't, is identifying gaps, diba? And filling those gaps with the services that you provide. Even if what you did before for them was totally different And even if what you did before was totally so cheap, so mura, as in, okay, and it's just us stopping ourselves na hindi pwede ang client na yan kasi barat yan eh. Naka $2 ako per hour lang dyan eh. 'Di ba? Hindi ko pwedeng i-prospect ulit yung client na yan. I mean, sino ba ang nagsabi na hindi? Sino ba ang nagsabi na hindi niya na talaga nakikita yung, wow, look where Gladys is right now. Dati, nag-i-edit siya ng videos. Ngayon, content strategy na ang alam niya, na she invested in herself, di ba? Na nakikita niya, nag-diagnose siya, nakita niya na, uy, pwede ito, pwedeng ito. I mean, I bet, Gladys, alam niya kung magkano pa ang binayaran niya sa'yo noon. I'm very sure about that. Hindi niya nakalimutan yon. What I am, ang ano dito is, nakita niya talaga yung transformation mo. Wow, nag-evolve talaga siya. Ang dami niyang alam. Talagang tama ako na hinire ko siya from the very start. Okay? And there's nothing wrong in asking for a higher rate, for a bigger package, kasi nga you're providing more value. Another lesson dito na tinuro nga ni J. Abraham is, in order for you to get more premium rates, di ba? The best way to do this is by doing packages. Okay? You'd be a moron if you say na, okay, sige, for the same thing that you asked me to do 3 years ago, which was $5 per hour, I'm now charging you $85 per hour. Parang, ha? Bakit? Diba? Pero if you're now saying na, okay, I'll add this, I'll add this, I'll add this. Ito yung packages ko. Okay? Kasi ito yung mga kailangan mo based on my assessment, based on my very basic audit lang, tipong ganon. Ito yung mga kailangan mo. And you're getting so much value from that. No-brainer na agad siya. And lastly, and this part naman, na sobrang nakaka-proud talaga na makapag-close. How much was this project for? 900?
Ay, which one? Yung first
The client that you negotiated on the chat.
Ano to? Sorry.
Yung client na nag-usap kayo, na nag-chat lang kayo, na close mo siya sa chat.
Mga 2,000.
2,000 USD.
Pero diba? That's...
Yes. You were about to say something.
For yung sa chat, yung sa copywriting website pa.
Okay lang, di ba? And sobrang nakaka-proud talaga yung moment na yun. Pero sa kanila naman, there's no need for me to jump on a call anymore kasi I know you, I trust you, I know the value that you can deliver. So I don't mind doing the conversation via chat, di ba? And actually, this works all the time for me. Yung chat, PM as in Facebook Messenger, I get to close deals as big as 8,000 ba yung biggest? 8,000 USD. Biggest ko na close through chat. Kasi kilala niya na ako. Walang problema. Diba? Kasi tiwala na kayo sa isa't isa. Okay. Ito yung ako na curious. Kasi ako, ang biggest advocate ako nito. Sabi ko nga, if there's one thing lang na I could take away from all the lessons that I learned from the tribe, whether as coach, whether as a student ng tribe, is this, asking for the budget. And he said, sabi ng kliyente, how much are you charging for this? Tama ba?
Mm-hmm.
And then you replied, was this through chat ba or through a call na?
Through chat lang.
Through chat na. Ano yung eksaktong sinabi niya? How much do you charge for this? Or how much are you going to charge for this?
Teka, wait. Pwede ko balikan. Hindi, parang ganun. How much will this,
cost?
This cost, parang ganun, will this project cost? Tapos binili ko sa kanya yung question na parang, how much did you budget for this? Parang ganun. Parang babatuhan kami. Teka, wait.
So, hinahanap pa na para makita natin yung actual, para basahin. Kasi sobrang siya yung principles ng pick-up artists applying here na you're the first one to ask what the budget is for this is so critical, so important. Pero this time, naunahan si Gladdy and she was asked already before she could even ask, diba? Sabi, so how much is this going to cost? So ang sinagot mo is, what's the budget you have for this? Which is honestly super awkward. Sa totoo lang, di ba? It's super awkward. So ano yung sinagot mo eksakto sa kanya?
Ito pa yung hanap it. Ayan. Ang dami naman kasing chat. Wait lang. Ayun, okay. Ito, so what I do like the way you write content. So if we can work out a good price, I would like to work with you. Yun pala.
Okay.
So if we, yung sabi niya, so if we can work out a good price, I would like to work with you. Tapos, sabi ko, I appreciate that. Thank you. How much is your budget for this? Ako pala yung nagtanong. Tapos tinanong niya ako ulit, what do you think you could do it for? Binalik niya sa akin yung tanong. Doon ako nag-propose ng prices. Na parang may minimum fee for projects like this is ganito.
So how much did you say?
Sinabi ko 5,000. Kasi yun yung nakalagay dun sa website that I saw. Na yun yung parang ceiling niya for that particular kind of project. So sabi ko, I usually charge ganito, pero since we've already worked together before, I can handle the entire websites properly for 2,000. Tapos may follow up pa ako siya once we've decided to move forward, ganyan, and said you ganito, ganyan. Na idea what you will get out of that that price. Na ito yung gagawin na natin in the next when pag pumayag ka na dito sa price na to, ganito gagawin natin. Ganito, step 1, step 2. So ito na yung parang proposal ko. Itong chat na to.
Sa chat na yan, di ba?
In particular message na yun. Yun na yung proposal. So yun. Tapos yung sagot na niya doon was, sold. Sabi niya, sold. I'm happy with that price. Yun na yan. So
when did he send the money?
Nag-send siya ng money, parang weekend. So, the following week, sabi ko, nag-ask ako ng 50% upfront. Sabi ko, before we start, I'll have 50%.
Let me ask you right now, how confident do you feel about that conversation?
Sobra. Hindi yung confidence that time. Siguro it's more than I used to feel na yung confidence level. Kasi number one, may kinokopyahan ako na website na parang I had an idea how this person normally communicates this kind of work to someone, to his prospective clients. Kasi ako, I've never done that kind of work. So medyo confident ako that way na hindi ako magkakamali sa sasabihin ko if I just copy this person's. So sige, that's how exactly how I explained the project to my client. Tapos in terms of sa pricing, yun din, may benchmark ako na parang since I've never offered it before, ito yung pricing na tong taong to, sige, copyin ko na lang. Pero babawasan ko, sige, kalahatiin ko, less than half. Kasi client ko naman before. O sige, so yun, parang, hindi naman pa na, medyo nag-aalangan pa ako. Na bawas. Parang, pero okay na din, kasi 2,000 naman yun. So, parang that happy naman na parang, wow, kaya ko pala tong gawin sa chat. So all I needed to do pala is have that same level of confidence every time. Na parang to have that be able to communicate that way. Kasi siguro na hindi sobra ko siyang sobra kong siguro yung alter ego na yun na yung best description ko na parang I channel this person, this operator, this persona as if he was the one talking to my client. Kasi I'm literally copying what he said. So parang na-imbibe ko yung confidence. Parang ganun. So yun, that's how I felt during that situation. Tapos after na nung chat namin, sige, let's talk ganyan, ganyan. After nung chat namin, parang, what, what just happened? Parang, share ako agad sa GC namin, parang, guys, first time ko naka-close na chat. Oh my God, what happened? Alam ko, gagawin ko pa yun. Bahala na. Yan. So, happy after.
Sabi mo, bahala na, pero ano sabi mo?
Well, bahala na, aralin ko na siya. Bahala na, basta na-close ko. Parang gano'n.
Exactly.
Na, siya na parang nag-commit na ako. Sige, I'll just do my best to really deliver. So, happy naman siya with the results.
And ano talaga confidence, the mindset talaga, plays such a big role talaga. Now, the one thing na I don't want to hear or read in the comments is say na, dami ko kasi limiting beliefs. Okay? I mean, yes, we all have our own limiting beliefs. But the fact that you say, well, I mean, di ba? But the
Dami ko
fact that
yun
you
yan.
say na the reason I can't do it is because of my limiting beliefs is that is the biggest limiting belief right there. Di ba? Na you're just using limiting beliefs as an excuse for you not to take action. Okay? Sorry pero I don't buy it if you are not doing anything. Okay? If you are doing things about it, if you keep on doing certain things and nothing is happening, then let's talk. Pero if wala kang ginagawa, as in, literal, yung tubig na malamig, ayaw mong ibuhos sa ulo mo kasi nga, ang dami mong limiting beliefs. Ay nako, bahala ka dyan, magutom ka dyan. Bahala ka sa buhay mo. Ikaw, anong
Magdi-disclaimer
tingin mo
lang
doon?
ako. Magdi-disclaimer lang ako nila kasi
Sige.
alam ng packet to, alam ng triplet namin to na pagdating sa usapang limiting beliefs, sagana ako dyan. Actually, yung sa triplet namin, ang common theme na mga pinagdadaanan ng mga tao ngayon, mostly mindset talaga. Kasi ang laking bagay nung sa confidence ng freelancer, the way you work, the way you approach people, the way you think of yourself. Ganun. And ako, I wouldn't claim na 100% na overcome ko na. Ang dami pa din.
Yes.
It's just that there will come a time when opportunities will come that you can either choose to push on at i-try mong i-break yung some of the limiting beliefs that you have. Mapupunta ka dun sa decision point na gagawin mo ba or hindi. Magiging parang magmamatapang ka ba doing this? Knowing na may limiting belief ka about it, itatry mo ba or hindi? If you're faced with that decision, yun nga, parang really dig deep in yourself at talagang i-push mo lang yung sarili mo to do it, to take action talaga. Kasi, yun yung nakita kong pattern with what I'm going through right now. Sa dinami-dami ng limiting beliefs ko, having that small event, that small moment where you chose to take action and eventually yung result kasi nun may may completely break your limiting belief. Pag nag-succeed ka, basag na yung limiting belief mo kasi pag iniisip mo, hindi ko to kaya gawin, hindi ko kaya close sa chat. Boom, na-close mo sa chat, basag na yung limiting belief mo. So, parang babalik at babalik ka na dun sa moment na yun. Hindi nagawa ko before kaya ko siyang
Exacto.
gawin ulit, parang ganun. It's the same thing as parang getting your first client na parang all you need to do is to cross that threshold. Naging usapan din namin to sa isa sa mga ACs namin na sobrang importante to really push on to get that first client lang kahit isa lang kasi after that yung confidence mo, yung mindset mo of having that client, dala-dala mo na as you move along. Kasi, ay, naka-close na ako before, kaya ko pang mag-close ng iba pa later on. So,
Yes.
yun. Ano lang talaga.
Totoo. And siguro, one thing na ano natin dito, siguro pwedeng banggitin is, when you said it's 5,000, but I'll just charge you 2,000. Kinabahan ka ba nun?
Oo. Nag-overthink pa ako na parang, ano ba, magkano ba yung isa-charge ko ng totoo? Parang, pero parang ano na lang, parang hindi na rin ako masyadong, hindi ko na masyadong pinatagal. Kasi chat hindi ka, wala kang, although may time ka mag-isip, pero hindi mo pwede masyadong patagalin kasi inaantay niya. So sige, ano na lang, binabaan ko lang, I made it a point na mas mababa siya. That time, ang thinking ko, babaan ko sa half, at less than 50%. Pero medyo ramdam niya na, ay, special ako, ay, binawasan niya ang dami. Pero after that, medyo nag-ano din ako eh. Masyado kong binabaan. Pero nevertheless, parang, I value kasi yung relationship namin over the money. So parang later on naman, pwede ko pa siyang i-charge na sabihin ko nag-upgrade ako ng skill or whatever. Ay, mas mataas na ako ngayon, sorry. Pwede naman ganun, pero the relationship is there. So parang,
Yes.
mas binalue ko na parang, I played safe in that way na parang, sige, babaan ko konti. Kasi mas binabalo ko yung relationship together. Baka isipin na tinataga ko siya or what. Pero yun, ang thinking ko is, as long as we work together, as long as may working relationship kami, meron at merong opportunities na dadating to eventually work together again. I can
Agree.
offer.
At saka ang elephant in the room dito is, guess what? May pera ka nung time na to when you were doing the chat conversation with this client. That's the elephant in the room. Na there wasn't any energy of desperation through that conversation. Kasi if you didn't have the money, 9 out of 10, I bet, okay, hindi mo magagawa yun. You would be able to say it. I wouldn't doubt. Di ba? I'm not saying you, Gladys, ha? I'm saying for everyone else. Pero the overthinking part, holy cow, 5,000. Teka, 2,000. Sige, gawin ko na 1,000 tapos payment plan. O kaya, don't pay me now. Basta ma-close ko lang to. Yung desperation will overpower it eh. Pero yun nga, the elephant in the room was, may pera kayo. Okay. It wouldn't be as much as you're making now, pero so, Gladdy, ito ang ano ko, last kong tanong sa'yo. I hope people who are watching this and will be watching this can see the lesson talaga on how confidence plays such a big role. And again, small wins talaga, walang masama. Walang masama sa getting small wins. Wag 20k USD client agad. Wag 100,000 agad a month. Tipong ganon. Walang masama sa mag-umpisa sa maliit. Okay? Kasi it sets the momentum. Before I let you go, Gladdy, I just want to ask itong signature question ko, which I learned from Se, di ba? Is there one specific question that you wish I should have asked you na dapat kong tanungin para sa'yo?
Siguro yung direction I want to take my business in the future. Yung
Okay.
Yan what I'm doing right now. Meron
Sige.
kasi ako, sige.
Go. So tell me, what specific directions is it? Tapos, is it still connected ba with writing? Tell me.
It's just an idea at the moment. Baka kasi ino-overthink ko na naman, baka iniisip ko, shiny object syndrome na naman. Pero I've been talking to other people, nag-research din ako, and I've come across brand storytelling, which I see as a potential direction for content strategy for brands to really make the essence of their brand shine through their content. Because although right now, yun nga, sinabi ko, it's still an idea. I I can choose to do that through website copy ulit, like I did for my client. Pero ideally kasi, ang nakita kong trend ngayon with that is videos talaga na parang nakita niyo, siguro familiar ka din sa viral videos, Jollibee, ganyan. Or hindi dahil sa brand placement, ganyan. Parang ganon. Pero later on, siguro in the far future pa, parang I would like my parang content agency brand to be known as, parang yun nga, to really be in touch with the brand's identity that way, na parang napoproject siya through the content that we're making. Parang, so, just a
Touch
big idea.
where?
I'm sorry?
Naputol ka doon sa part na ano? To be really in touch with?
In touch with their, parang for their content to really showcase their identity to the, what's this, to their audience. Parang to know, for their audiences to know their story, parang ganun. Sino ba tong mga people behind this, why are they doing it? Basically that, parang ganun. I'm still, parang it's just a big idea. I'm still exploring. Hopefully, tapos ma-integrate ko ulit yung mga ginagawa ko before, videos and kasi at the moment, I do content strategy, pero I haven't really explored. Pag nagsa-strategize ako for my client na kailangan yung videos, maganda may gantong ibang media, I don't normally offer that. Pero in the agency I have in mind, may ganun din kami. Parang somehow offer na namin yung the entire content package for them. Parang ano. So, hopefully.
I'm sure, di ba? And what has been super obvious throughout this interview is that it's always about evolution, always about improving yourself over and over, di ba? Kasi, you started with video, and then a couple of VA tasks every now and then writing. It still fits the big picture when it comes to content marketing, di ba? And if that's where you see yourself, it doesn't mean na in 5 years, that's what you see yourself doing as an agency owner. It doesn't mean na 20 years from now, yun ka pa rin. Di ba? Consistent. Pero ang pinaka-core talaga should always be, one is value, which I'm very happy and proud of that you're doing, and consistency. Di ba? Yun lang. Even if hindi nga perfect yung consistency mo, as long as the core character is there, which is value, di ba? Hindi ka na maghihirap. As long as you always keep that in mind. And with that, gladly, alam ko magsasara na ang siyang. Alam ko nakuha mo na yung comforter ni Almon. Ang sunod nating project is yung mindset workshop.
Yes.
But I don't want that to be an excuse for people not to take any action. I don't want that to be an excuse for people to always think of themselves as pang BCS lang ako eh. Okay? And nobody said that BCS is always free. A BCS can also be, di ba, a paid case study. So yun lang. Maraming salamat for your time. And I hope that you keep on inspiring all other tribe members, lalo ng mga taga-packet. And yun nga, ang ano talaga dito is, alam mo, wala kang arte eh. Di ba? Of all people na you have all the right na magyabang, mag-inarte, mag-pride. Asawa naman akong doktor, may pinag-aaralan naman ako. I shouldn't be doing this. Pero here you are. So, yun. Maraming salamat, Gladys.
Thank you.
You are the best. Bye-bye. Good night.
Bye.